childhood. I'm gonna be in it. We're gonna have Naruto, Kiyomi, Sasuke, Sakura, Sakuko, and Sakura's parents and all that crap. So let's get into this. When they're children, Sakura hates Naruto's guts with every fiber in her body. Every fiber, every single fiber. Okay, screw it now. He's gonna be the same age as Itachi as a child. He's gonna be Minato and Kushina's first son, with Sakuko also being older as well, being the same age. Kushina would be about 5 during the Nine Tails attack, along with Sakuko being the same age. Kushina would be at Sakuko's house, along with Itachi. Well, Itachi isn't in the academy yet. But Kushina and Sakuko would know each other because, well, their parents know each other very well, and they're seemingly squad mates. So these two would be playing at her house. We're not sure how old Sakura's age is, but we're gonna say she's a couple of days older than Naruto, a little bit younger than Sasuke, one day. So Sakura is born, and Kushina says, well, I think my little brother's being born, but I can't really go there because, well, I'm probably just going to mess it up. Oh yeah, Christian would have Karma Seal. And all that crap. And the Jogan. He doesn't have the Nine Tails, of course. But then they hear a giant explosion. Christian goes, as they all fall. But then Sakura starts to cry as a baby, about to fall. And she's about to hit the ground, but Christian extends his hands out and actually catches baby Sakura. He says, Sakuko, here, take her. He said, but then they try and find Sakura's mom, and she's on the ground, almost unconscious, with glass shards there's a glass shard right in her head. And Sakuko's trying to wake up her mom, while Christian's trying to calm down Sakura from crying. He goes, please, Sakura, calm down. Please. As then they hear a giant roar outside. Christian says, okay, what the hell is that? As Sakuko finally gets the shard out of the mom's head. Out of Misaki's head. He uses the little bit of ninjutsu he has, which is medical ninjutsu, but he can't use it. He looks around the house, and Christian says, wait a minute, here, Sakuko, as he throws a kunai, and he goes, what the? As he catches it, Christian says, it's a paper seal. It's got a healer. Just slap it on her forehead, and it'll heal it up. As the wound starts to close, she wakes up going, Christian says, please, take her. I'm going to see what it is. Sakura's mom said that she can't risk it, or Kushina would kill her if she would risk her own son. Christian says, screw it, as he opens the door, jumping out, going, the hell? As he sees a giant fox. Then he quickly says, get out of the house, quick! As Sakura's mom, being a talented shinobi, grabs Sakuko and Sakura and jumps out. As the Nine Tails goes for a giant slash on the house, Christian jumps up, going, lightning palm! As he uses his own lightning style, lightning palm to blast it right back into the sky. He goes, as with the little ninjutsu he has, he somehow lifts he goes, chakra absorption! Chakra in every part of my body, lift him up into the sky, as somehow he lifts the Biju into the air, going, as he has him in the air. He goes, I have you now, stupid fox! But then he shoots a Biju Damo, which actually hits Christian, which makes him fall, actually almost killing him. He goes, which knocks him unconscious, and the Nine Tails falls on top of him, almost breaking every bone in his body. With this, the Nine Tails event would Sakumo would start using his jutsu, his Earth style, since he's a master of Earth style, to bind up the Nine Tails. And his little bit knowledge, and his a lot knowledge of wood style. So they finally bind up the Nine Tails, and then they'd seal it half in Naruto. When they're moving all the rubble out of the way, going, a A little boy with long hair and a strap with a boy on him is looking throughout the city to find people who are injured. Itachi looks, seeing it, saying, "This is the spot where the fox got lifted up. I wonder what could have lifted it up." As he flips over a giant paddle, that he sees a little kid, probably the same age as him, with blonde hair, with yellow hair and spiky hair, basically. And he goes, "Oh my God!" as he picks him up and puts him on his shoulders. And he says, "He's very light," as he takes him to his house. As he tells Mikito that he found this kid under a giant thing, and he was at the spot where the nine-tailed fox was lifted up. And she says, "That's Kushina-san." As they heal him up, but they can't heal her, so they call Sakura's mom over. Well, actually, they bring him to the hospital. Mikito would call Kushina, telling her to please come to the hospital, her son's in there. As she runs in to see Christian, and she asks what even happened, and Itachi explains how he might have been the one to lift the Nine-Tails into the sky. But then the Nine-Tails probably used an attack, as everyone in the village did see the Nine-Tails shoot a blast right at the ground. So it must have been him being crushed by the Nine-Tails. And she's so sad, but Christian's pulse is perfectly fine. He's somehow healing way easier. Christian wakes up going a little bit later, as he tries to move, but he can't even move a muscle in his body because of how much crushed it is. Sakura's mom walks in as she starts to heal all of his wounds. As everything's finally healed up, he goes, "Ugh," and he cracks all his bones. As he stretches, going, as he says, "Where's Naruto?" As they show him baby Naruto, and he goes, "Cute," as he pokes him in the head, going, "Boop, boop, 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 boop." Naruto starts to cry, going, "Wee." He goes, "Why is he crying?" Kushina laughs, saying that you're not supposed to poke him in the head. Christian says, "Then what do we do with him?" He says, "Well, just don't bother about it. You can play with him at home, because tomorrow you have the Ninja Academy. You, Sakuko, and Itachi are all going. Just make sure your temper doesn't flow, alright?" He goes, "Alright, Mommy." As the next day, him, Itachi, and Sakuko walk in. As instantly, this chunky dude and his squad rolls up. They're fucking barrel rolling down the hall, going like Jabba the Hutt. They're like, "Hey nerds, welcome to the academy. We're getting almost, losers." Okay, no, they don't do that. These kids are running down the hall, which bump into Christian goes, "Ah!" Sakugo grabs his arm, saying, "You alright?" He goes, "Yes, I'm alright." And then he says, "Why were you guys running?" He says, "This guy is chasing us." He says, "How old?" They say, he seems like he's 10. Christian says, "Out of the way." As he walks forward, and he says, "Do you mind explaining what the hell's going on?" He says, "Yeah, those losers are gonna get beat up." He says, "Not on my watch." He goes, "Die!" As he punches him in the face, but Christian isn't even phased. He goes, he grabs his arm and breaks it, going, as starts to crush his arm, and then it snaps. As he blasts him forward with a punch, knocking him throughout the halls. He finds him and grabs him by the shirt, and goes, as he throws him to the left, breaking through a wall. He goes, "Duh!" As Christian goes, as he shoots a blast, which almost kills the kid. Then he grabs him and throws him across the hall, going, as As he doesn't even bother about it anymore. As that kid's destroyed. So a couple of months later, they're at the academy having a pretty good time. Now let's go into where they're getting. Christian is a skilled-ass shinobi. He knows how to master his Jogan, but no one really knows his Karma Seal, or his Kekkei Genkai. Well, actually, when he's at home, and he's talking to Kushina and Minato, the Jogan randomly activates in one eye. He goes, Christian, what's going on with your eye, honey? He goes, what are you talking about? He goes, your eye is white. He goes, am I blind? He goes, look. And she shows him a mirror and he goes, Then she says, I guess we'll take you to the Hyuga clan because that looks most like the Byakugan. As they take him there along with baby Naruto. As they knock on the door, Hisashi opens up saying, yes, Lord Forth, need something? He goes, we have a question about my son's eye. And it might be related to the Hyuga clan. He goes, come in. As they sit down, as Naruto sees a little girl that he crawls over to. The two start to laugh and play. As Minato decides that he'll do the talking and Kushina can go take care of Naruto. And she agrees. He says to please explain it. And Minato tells Christian to explain it, and Christian says, alright, so basically it's like a grayish black inside, and then it's just a white and then it turns on. He goes, see? I could see some weird waves. He says, we'll have to test this out. We'll have to do this in a fight. Christian says, okay. As when it starts, he goes, He says, interesting fighting stance you got there, boy. He instantly rushes him, going, His Jogan activates. Christian dodges the attack, already sees it coming, then punches Hisashi in the stomach. As he goes, Poof! As Christian kicks him, knocking him back. Hisashi disappears, but Christian can literally already see him and punches Hisashi in the stomach again, which knocks him back. He goes, so that's alright, stop. That's definitely the abilities of the eye. You can see through things, 100%. That's 100% true. He goes, so why would it waste in someone that's not a Hyuga? Person says, I don't know. Why should I know? He goes, language, young man. You cannot talk to a Hyuga elder like that. He goes, your point. He goes, as he just face palms, going, idiot. Minato says sorry for his disrespectfulness. And he says, no problem. But he does need to learn something. Then Christian feels a sharp pain in his hand. He goes, as he falls to one knee, as black markings are starting to go up his eye. As they fully covered, then a giant horn comes, going, as the mark appears, okay, the horn doesn't. He goes, as he sees that this kid's eye is like pulled up, as his Jogan is also there. And goes, as a beam comes out of his hand, a blue beam goes blitzes Hisashi. Even the rotation can't even stop this attack. Christian goes, and that's it for now.